my loves, welcome back to my channel. And if you're regular day one, hello, hi. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome to the family. And please do not forget to hit that subscribe button before watching the rest of the video. Right guys, I've been speaking for a couple of hours now, but it's fine. Welcome to another story time, and as you guys can see by the title of today's video, you know not that you know, but like you're about to find out the two times I knew my mom was a ride or die for me. I knew my mom does not take shit in these two instances. These were the days I knew my mom was a real one. You understand? That's when I knew her. That's fine. Does not take cuck from nobody. You know, she gives me cuck. Well, she used to give me cuck, but she does not allow other people to cuck on her children like that. This is when I knew. So let's get right into it, yeah? So I think I was in grade 4, all the way back to St. Conrad's Brothers STC with our brown ugly uniform. Yeah, I was in grade 4, I remember, because most of our classes were like was I in grade 4? Girl, I was still in grade 4. I think I was in grade 4 or grade 5. Yeah, between those two, but like most of our classes are upstairs, so like every time it was just us, you understand? So it was 2010, I think. The first story is a little bit emotional, but yeah, it was 2010, I think, or 2011, grade 4, grade 5, I can't remember, but between those 2 years, right? Yeah, we were, as Slee would say, now looking back, I think, looking back now, I think my mom was like financially overstretched. You know, like, I was in a good school, it was a private school, it was an amazing school, you understand, but I just feel like we were financially overstretched, and you guys will understand why, right? So cool. I think I was in, no, I think it's not grade 4, yeah, grade 5. So I was in grade 5, so it was like, it was 2011 if I'm not mistaken, right? So you know guys, in the beginning of the year, new uniform, new shoes, like new alles, basically, do you understand? So I think by the end of grade 4 to grade 5, going on to the new year, I didn't buy new school shoes, do you understand? So I was fine with it. It's not like my shoes were that bad. I was like, no, my mom was like, okay, bye, we check, push like at least 3 months, 2 months, so that because they were not, it's not like they needed my car, so they were fine. Like I could still push 2-3 months with them, you understand? My mom was like, okay, just push 2-3 months with these shoes, and I'll get you new shoes. And I can make something like a rono copy, you know, those ones with the heel, and I wanted toughies, do you understand? So my mom was like, okay, bona pushanyana, and then by the end of month 18 I'll buy you new shoes. I was like, no, fine, cool, whatever. So I pushed a couple of months with those rono copies of mine, but like like in front, I don't want to like easy translation, but like in front they were getting older and older, and it was just like by my big toe, you understand? Like by my big toe, my shoe was like inefela. I don't know guys, I don't know the exact translation for inefela, but like you guys get what I'm saying, right? So but like by my big, I don't know if my big toe was growing or what was going on, but like this was strange, this was very weird. So, or maybe give away kids thing, I don't understand, but like right in front there by my big toe, the shoe was getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner by the days. And there was one time, I think it was raining, when I got home, my white sock, we were wearing white socks, my white sock was dirty, do you understand? This is quite an emotional story, but yeah, my white sock needed to made just there by the front of the shoe, my shoe was starting to open up, right? So I showed my mom, I'm like, hey Bona, like, and I could feel my sock is getting wet. My mom was like, ish baby, and it's not like we can like sew it together. We couldn't do that. She was like, okay, ish, I see what's going on, but like, but then I was fine, guys. I was a kid. I didn't really care about school shoes like that. Like, I did not give a fuck like that. Do you understand? So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. We'll get it sorted out whenever we get it sorted out. And I'm a very understanding child. Trust me, I'm very understanding. So Shabu, we went, like, guys, months kept passing by. And as months were going by, at some point my shoe, it was just one side. And it felt like there was a hole in it now. So in front, like, if you see me walking, you wouldn't notice it. But if I was going down the stairs, you would see, man, that girl's shoe has a hole. So as time was going on, the hole got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, and I remember, this is where it gets a little bit emotional. There's just one guy. He would always make fun of me, like, well, when your shoe has a hole, why doesn't your mom buy you new shoes? And I was just my same. Other people as well would make like slight comments, like, you know, other people, I think maybe they were very understanding, I'd like to believe, and some people just made fun of me, and I honestly did not care, because it was just comments I give feedback. And also I had noticed that it was when I was going down the stairs or up the stairs that people would notice that my shoe has a hole in front. Fine, whatever. Days, months went by, and this guy, I think he was bullying me. He was a bully. We were, it was break. I think it was during second break. Right? It was during second. I'm not gonna get emotional over this because it's stupid. It's not really stupid, but yeah, it was during second break, and second break is normally the longest, right? So we were there and we were playing. Like, guys, I was having, you know, when you're a kid, you always play, like, you don't care. And this guy was like a grade older than me. He was in grade 6 or in grade 7. So he came, I don't know if he was bored with his life or what, and there were like a lot of people around us because we were all playing, I guess in a skipping, or I don't know, kati, I don't know what we were doing, but we were playing something. So he comes up to me, he's like, I don't know exactly what he said, but he pointed out that my shoe has a hole, and then when I go high, we are poor, like and I can't even afford to buy new school shoes in, I don't know what month it was, but he mentioned the month, right? And everybody literally started laughing, obviously except some of my friends, but like everybody was laughing. It was at that moment that I actually realized, so actually, damn, I do have a hole in my shoe, and people are starting to notice, and now people are making fun of me. And prior to that, I didn't really give a shit about it, you understand? I was so upset, I started crying, and like, it's just like, bruh, thinking about it now, it's like, dude, why did you point it out? Like, why did you have to do that? You don't know what other people are going through, you understand? But that's fine. I cried, I wiped off my tears, I was like, you know what, it's fine. And now, like, I try to, I don't want it to make me emotional, because I'm just thinking of like how I actually felt in that moment. And people are just shut at the end of the day. And it's fine, right? Yeah, now, because after second break, I just had 2 more periods, and it was after school. After school, my mom came, not immediately, but like it took a while for her to come. And then she came, and then I was still upset. Like, my mom knows me, I was still upset. It's like, again, I'm gonna, she's like, baby, what's wrong? I'm like, no, nothing. She's like, no, what is wrong? What happened? I told her, I'm like, this guy said 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. That's why I have a hole in my shoe. You can't afford to buy shoes at home. Blah 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 blah. Right? Because he said more than that. I just don't want to mention it. You know, he said more than that. My mom was like, what? I'm like, yeah. And I got upset as I was saying it. I got more upset. My mom was like, because we were ready to go, she parked the car. She was like, is that boy here? I'm like, he's like, wait. I'm like, I pointed. My mom went up to that guy. She didn't go to that boy like or anything like that. And then my mom was like, first of all, this is my child. If anybody is going to make fun of my child or yell at my child, is me, not anybody else. And when for pointing out the fact that my child has a hole in her shoe is very wrong of you, because we don't know what is like financially where we are, and we shouldn't even be explaining ourselves to you, because at the end of the day you're a child, and I'm not gonna yell at you because you don't understand our situation. So don't you ever make fun of my child ever again. And what I liked about this is that he was not alone. He was with his friends and other people that were laughing at me as well. So my mom was like, don't you ever in your life do that to my child or make fun of my child in front of other people or in private ever again. Otherwise, I will go to the office and I will report you. I was like, oh. And I was so happy because I think my mom did that because she knew I wouldn't stand up for myself. And I was a child, guys. I was in grade 5. What did I know? And that guy was like probably in grade 7. And why is he picking on me? You know, my mom just told him that. And you know what's so crazy about this story is that the very same day that that guy made fun of my whole situation and said all those crazy things, it was actually the day that we were going to AK Bazaar to go buy new school shoes. You understand? It's like the craziest thing. And guys, practice kindness. Like, what's so hard about being kind to other people? Do you understand? So yeah, my mom stood up for me and I was very happy, and then I got happier because I went to go buy new school shoes. Do you understand? So it was like, it was a double what you gonna do now? And then the following day I came with Tuffy's new school shoes. It was like, who you gonna make fun of now type of situation, you know. But yeah, that was the first instance. The second one is my favorite one. Guys, in school I was always getting picked at, and it's because I hated confrontation. I did not know how to confront people. It was one of the things that I never did. Fine, still in St. Conrad's College with our ugly ass brown uniform and our netball kits, right? It was during netball season. What grade was I in? I think I was in grade 8. No, I was in grade 7, because that girl was in matric and she was not on matric. Oof. I was in grade 7, so we were by the netball courts, right? So obviously it was like a thing. Okay, cool, because we were in first team in grade 7, and then they were like their first team in their thing. So it was like different schools came, so we were just by the netball court. So before the schools came, we were basically just warming up, just doing our thing, you understand? And then us, the grade 7s, we were chilling by the, because like there were chairs on the sides, so we were chilling here by the chairs. And then the matrics were busy shooting hoops or, you know, practicing and whatnot. So we were chilling with my friends, and then some other girls, because you know, as kids, we're very naughty. We do say stuff and like we do make fun of other people, right? But like in a very kiddish way. No, and then we got up, we got inside the court, and we were just standing there in a circle. And then I don't know who said it, but it was not me. Somebody, I think one of the matric girls, a specific girl, came up to us, was like, okay, you guys, please leave the court. Only the matrics are allowed. Please go sit by the chairs, right? And then she walked away, and then she went back to the half circle, right? So we were still standing there. Somebody said something, and then we laughed. Hey, it was like and I have a very ugly laugh. we just laughed, we laughed, and then we got off the court. So as we're walking off the court, this girl comes back, guys, in front of the people, as other schools are coming in, as teachers and coaches are within the netball area, because it was like three or four courts. Everybody's around, everybody's busy. And obviously, like, because some soccer guys like things, they would just check out like the netball girls, right? I'm telling you, in front of the people, this girl comes back. She's like, excuse me, what did you say to me? She's looking at me. I'm like, are you talking to me? She's like, yes, I'm talking to you. What did you say to me? She was like, I'm a matriculant. You are in grade 7. Learn to respect your elders. Blah blah blah. She was going off on me. I was like, what did I do? I was like, what did I do? Do you understand? I was so confused. And then the other people were saying, no, it was not her that said that. It's not her that said that. She was like, I don't care. She thinks that she's better than everybody. I'm like, I was in complete shock. Me being me, I started crying because I was so confused. What the actual hell is going on? Why am I being targeted? I did not even say that. All I did was laugh. Now everybody is staring at me while this person is shouting at me and insulting me, and she's being so mean to me. Yeah. And I guess it was before or after the matches. I can't really remember, but I know I cried, guys. Now I was a crybaby. I'm still a crybaby, but now it's like a little bit less, but I was a crybaby. I cried. Yo, I cried because I was so, I didn't understand, why was I the target, and why did you have to turn around and immediately assume that it was me? Why did you go after me? Do you understand? Why want to shout the word? And why did you assume that I said it? And firstly, I'm a trick, mind your own business. But anyway, Shabo, I think we ended up leaving, or it was time to leave. I don't know. My mom came to fetch me. So I was very quiet. Like, usually I'm that girl, like, I would tell my mom, hey, today we were doing this first break, I did this, in class this was happening, I did this, So in my car, I was sitting at the back. So I was like chilling on the passenger seat like this. So because I would like to watch the road, I don't know why. My mom is asking me questions and I'm just giving her like half-ass answers, like no, yes, what, and she could tell that I was crying. So she's asking me like, what's wrong? I'm like, no, nothing. She's like, Babal, what is wrong? I'm like, nothing. She's like, Then we're driving, and then there's like a robot. And I live at La Hof, and then there's like a school Methodist. So as she's about to turn, that Methodist, right? Now I go off on my mom and I tell her, I'm like, no, this matric child, mang. And we knew her because she was my friend's cousin, right? I'm like, mang said this to me in front of people, and she started insulting me. Yeah, but I told my mom everything. Get my mom, it's all bits a U-turn, go Methodist. She was like, we're going to that girl's house. I was like, that's my mom. But I was so scared. I tried to stop her. I was like, no, it's okay. She was like, no, if you're gonna say it's okay and nobody tells her to stop, she's gonna continue doing this. And nobody is gonna yell at my child except for me. I'm like, yes, mommy. Right? It's all better U-turn. Mind you guys, I live at La Hof. This girl used to say Kuniza Hof. If you live in Clarksdorp, you know the distance. My mom would better U-turn and go Methodist, and we're going to that girl's house. I thought she was kidding. Guys, we drove all the way to Nizahov, and obviously we knew where they lived because it was like my friend's cousin, so they stayed together. We got there, my mom like beep, and then my friend comes out. She's like, hey, what do you want? I'm like, hey, my mom wants to speak to your parents. She's like, oh, okay. Sharp, we get it. My mom gets in. She's like, mama, okay. And then the parents were like, because the parents knew my mom. Like, I mean, we were friends. And she's like, my mom, and obviously they ask my mom, why about this? She's like, no, this girl went 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 more power, and she said 1 2 3 1 2 3, and my friends and parents were so appalled. They were in shock. They were just like, what? Why would she say that? So my mom, the reason my mom went there, it was just to tell her to get off me, because I think it was not the first time she actually had bullied me or had said anything to me that was just out of pocket. Do you understand? So my mom was like, nobody is gonna do that to my child. And I know how my mom was like, I know how Babala is. Like, she does not talk back. She wouldn't confront anybody. All she does is cry. That's why I'm basically here, just to let this girl know, Hori, not to fuck with my child like that. And I was like, that's my mom, guys. My mom has like been a ride or die, like, for me. Thinking about it, till today, my mom does not take guck from anybody, especially when it gets to her children. Especially, and I feel like it's like that with any parent. My mom does not take shit when it gets to me and my sister. Hey, she will literally, I just remembered a story, but like, that's my sister's story. That lady, she left work, drove all the way to Hartbeesfontein, Kutigaan. Yeah! Hey, that day, never forget it. But anyways, guys, like, I just feel like it's like that with any parent. Like, I just feel like you're willing to drop everything and stop everything and just to go tell people to not mess with your child like that. Like, that is my child, and if anybody's gonna yell at my child or do anything to my child, is me, not you. So like, those were the two instances. My mom was a ride or die for me, and I love her to bits. She's like my best friend now. And yeah, what I like about myself is that back then, if you were an older person, I wouldn't yell, talk back to you. I wouldn't do anything but cry. But obviously, as the years go on of taking shit from people, you tend to grow balls. So I did that, and when I changed schools, but like, that's a story time for another day, guys. Like, I'm remembering stories now, but I will do a lot of more story times because I love doing this now. But yeah, guys, if you did make it this far, thank you so much. If you did make it this far, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys on my next video.